It's 9:02. Let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2026 Podman Desktop Community Meeting, the first of 22nd January. Happy New Year, everybody. This is our first meeting of the year. We have a roadmap to go over, a gist of what is going to come in this year, a few updates about the upcoming release, and some housekeeping tasks. So I would like, I think, the next one, Stefan, to come up and talk about the roadmap. Do you want me to share the screen, Stefan?
I should be able to do that. Thanks,
Yeah,
Ujuta.
I'll start
Yeah,
sharing.
so you cannot start the screen while other parts. Okay, so now I should be able to do that and share this one. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Good? Perfect. Yeah, so starting this new year, we definitely wanted to give a little bit of an overview of uh, what are the goals and the big ideas and the big themes that we have in mind for this year. I'm going to cover this. But before going into the details of what we are planning, just an overview of the status of the project and sharing a couple of metrics that we have. So this year we've been reaching almost 4 millions of total downloads. It's more than 1.5 millions downloads during the year. So it's a lot. We also increase the monthly active users by almost 50% year over year. So that's really good. Similar, exactly the same metric for GitHub Star. We now have 7.2 thousand stars. So it's a good one. If you have not been starring the repository yet, feel free to give it a star, to share it with your friend, with your family. Every time one star is always helping the project. But what is very important and what is making all of us as a community working on this project very proud is that the retention rate is really high, which means that when people are using are downloading the tool and using it, they keep engaged with the tool. So it's really a tool that a lot of you as developer you rely on in your day-to-day workflows, and that's fantastic to see. We now have 16 extensions in the catalog. We've been releasing a couple of new ones during 25. One which was related to Rail, and a couple of one. I think there is one which is related to PostgreSQL as well that you can find in the catalog. We continue to ship releases every month and a half, and last year we shipped a total of 8 releases. So that's still a high velocity for the project. So updates are keep coming to the project, and feel free to also always keep your environment up to date, and update and upgrade the tool on your local workstation. So highlights for 2025, we added the network management for containers. We also made it easier for users to switch from rootless to rootful mode. So that's something that is now available just behind a switch in the machine configuration. And you can also select your build target when you are in the context of multi-stage builds. So that's fairly convenient when you are debugging your multi-stage builds. On the Kubernetes, there was a lot of work as well. Better management of the context. You now have the ability to use the YAML editor to scratch, to start new resources from scratch as well. You have more resources that you can uh, explore and dig into and debug directly from the Kubernetes section in Podman Desktop. And yeah, we have a couple of other things that we've been doing on the UX side. So the task manager, which we were working on during quite few time, has been moved out of experimental features, and it's now the default for everybody. We have the search bar that allows you to search inside of all the different resources that you manage directly from Podman Desktop. And the dashboard is also highlighting having a new way for you to discover the features of Podman Desktop. So that's pretty handy. And obviously, as you know, we have a lot of enterprises that are deploying Podman Desktop at scale in their environments, and we are making this easier, simpler, and smoother for them, so that they can also handle manage settings and manage configuration, which means that they can enforce which kind of registry people will be able to access, or which kind of features will be able to be used by the developers. That was asked quite oftenly by a lot of enterprises. The certificate is getting also easier to configure. We will also have new features on this in a couple of weeks. Stay tuned. And we improve the Docker compatibility and the Docker interoperability of the tool. So when you are coming from a Docker environment, it's easier to switch from that environment as well. So what are our future directions? We will have 5 big themes for the tool during the year. There is still a big theme which is around the initial installation and setup. It's still a big goal for us to make this very seamless, very easy for people, and have as many people who are downloading the tool having an environment which is entirely ready to use. So there will be a refinement in the onboarding flow and in the setup flows. Another theme is around the UX and the core foundation of Podman Desktop itself as a desktop application. So there's ongoing effort that is going on for the design system, and it will continue. We will have improvements in the navigation. We will have also improvement in the resource page, which sometimes is getting a little bit confusing for users. And we are wishing to embed a terminal directly within the tool as well. So that will be very convenient for some use cases. On the containers and Kubernetes support, so obviously it's also an area that we keep improving over time. We are looking at improving the logs UI, bringing capabilities so that you can better understand the security state of the images that you are using, and as well as having a recommendation for your images in terms of what are the base images that you are using. Do they have a lot of CVs? Are they performing the best? Are there no alternative images that you should be using? On the enterprise theme, so we will have more settings which will be available and which will be possible to get under the managed configuration features that we are working on. We will have the automatic sync of certificates. There's also a lot of enterprises who ask if it was possible to integrate with their IDP and their SSO mechanism. So this is something that we have also in the roadmap. And the air gap is something that we want to improve so that it will rely only on OCI resources. So that is also something that we have in mind. And the last one is an effort related to integrating more AI capabilities inside of Podman Desktop. So we work last year, we introduced a Podman MCP server. We also have been working on a Kubernetes MCP server. So those are very cool. So we are looking at bringing them and enabling them directly within Podman Desktop. And maybe we will see how we can have a seal, which will be your favorite assistant directly within Podman Desktop. So maybe something like a seal bot. But the idea will not be to have a chatbot inside of Podman Desktop, but more integrated ways to have recommendations. So for example, if you have a container that is getting stuck or getting some errors, you will have a button that will analyze the logs and tell you what's going on exactly. So those type of scenarios that we are having a couple of ideas and thoughts very early on. But let
Stefan?
us know if you are, yeah,
So there's a question in the chat from
sure.
Byron. What is the source for the recommendation slash optimization? Is it AI based? And can we as a company add our own rules?
Yeah, that will be the idea. Indeed, is that they are depending on the configuration and the settings that you have in the tool, you will have predefined images that you can choose, that you can use when you are pulling the images, but also as a recommendation when you are analyzing existing images that are already in used in your environment. Yeah. Mm. Absolutely, that makes total sense. But if you are really interested by this, it would be fantastic to get your engagement on this as well. Yeah.
Thanks, Stefan.
And I think that's giving a good overview of what's coming, what we have what are the different areas where we are thinking about investing on for the project. Yeah. Thank you. Are there any other questions? In this case, and giving it back to you, Rujuta.
Sure. Thanks, Stefan. All right, moving on. We have an upcoming release 125, which we should see in the next couple of weeks. Before it was out, since we had the avenue here, we wanted to go over a few top features that are going in. I have Marcel who is going to go over it. Marcel, do you want me to share the screen or you will take over?
Yes, please. No, I can switch my screen. I can share my screen. So, okay. Okay. So, well, I'm Marcel, one of the software engineers for the Podman project, for my Podman desktop project. I'm going to present one of the most important features that we have added to the upcoming release, 125. First, I want to present the new navigation history controls. So, well, we have added some controls in order to have better navigation. So in the upcoming release, you will see those arrows on the Podman desktop. I will let you to navigate easily between sections. Along with this, you have also some shortcuts. So, for example, in macOS, you can click on the Command key and arrows and the arrow left and right arrows keys. So it will be easier to switch between sections too. And also from the command palette, if you click navigation, for example, you have here some commands to go back and forward on it. So really cool. We hope you enjoy these new controls for navigation. And next, we have added also a new advanced network creation tab. So now when you're creating a new network, you might see this new tab, advanced, which have some new fields that you can see. So for example, the network driver, where you can select the bridge, the MAC VLAN or IP VLAN. Also subnet, if you want to specify a range of network. Some checks box for enabling IPv6 or disable external connections. Also an IP range if you want to limit the pool of assignable IPs. Also, if you want to set a default gateway. And finally, to enable DNS. All of those fields you can find more in detail in the Podman documentation. So if you want to take a look there, you can go and take a look. Next, we have added the experimental Kubernetes mode as default now. You can go back and switch off if you want, if you prefer. But we want you to encourage to use it. And if you find any issues or you have any feedback, it's more than welcome. We will take a look and work on it. So it will be nice. Also, for Qplay, we have now added, so let me just show you. We have had a cancelable button. So if, for example, there is a long run operations on Qplay, you can now cancel. So for instance, you can create, for example, this Nginx server and you can cancel it right away and you will get a feedback as the operation was abort. It will prevent long run operations or even mistakes operations. If you want to cancel it, you can do it and you don't have to wait until the end of the operation. And finally, we'd also added the new MSI Podman installer for users using Windows. So now, if you update, for example, your Podman via Podman Desktop, you might find some tasks related to uninstalling legacy installer. That's actually we are changing that installer to add this one that is newest and that allows user scope and machine scope. User scopes will will need now admin rights, so it's an advantage. And that's all of that's one of the most important features for the release. If you want to check all of the details and all of the other features and fixes we have for this release, you can check it out through the blog on our website or in the GitHub repository under the release section. So that's all from me, Rojita.
Thanks, Marcel. That was cool, going through the upcoming features. So we should have this release in the next 2 weeks. It's under testing right now, so soon it would be updated. We will have the updates on our LinkedIn and other social media accounts for you to go and view it. All right, moving ahead. Let me share my screen again. We usually have a shout out for the new contributors. This time it was Roshan Anand. For this specific release, we had the fix for bottom spacing in preferences pages. So thank you, Roshan, for providing the contribution. We encourage everybody to take a look, see where you can provide changes, fixes, and please feel free to add your topics onto the next meeting agenda or also on GitHub discussions. We view that very often. Right. Public events. So we do have Axel from our team presenting at the FOSDEM 2026, which is being held on January 31st to February 1st. He will be presenting on Saturday, Feb 11th. Feb 1st, my bad, at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So look out for that. We will have the information as well on the other social media accounts for you to go and view the event. We do have KubeCon Europe coming up. More details for that will come up in the next meeting. We do have a change in the schedule just for a month. Next month, we are holding the meeting on February 19th, 9 to 10 a.m. EST. This is due to a team event that we are having, so we didn't want to miss the meeting and completely cancel it. So we are holding it a week before. But post that, it should be every fourth Thursday of the month, starting from March again. That was all the things that I had for the meeting. Are there any questions that you would like to bring up? I don't see any hands raised. Thanks again, Rom, for all the feedback. I appreciate you being here.
My pleasure.
Right. Yeah. All right, then if there are no more questions, we can call it a meeting. Thank you, everybody, for the time. See you next month.